I just do what I feel is best for you guys. I try to perform at my best. So I try to give my best. I bring my A game. That's what I do.
This is the Game Changers Experience. Deep dive conversations with leading business disruptors, Olympic athletes, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and influencers from around the world. This show will teach you insights about the winning principles in mindset, productivity, marketing, branding, entrepreneurship, business strategy, and more. Hosted by Productivity Authority, business strategist, former elite athlete, author, and public speaker, Adam Strong.
I want to kind of share an experience with you because some of you know me through the Game Changer Summit, which we did back in the spring. And I'm going to share some, I suppose, my concept, or I suppose my analogy about not the reasons why I created it, but I'm going to use that as a blueprint to help you, I suppose, to focus your mind about how you can create your own momentum in your own business. So I wanted to kind of share that with you. So first things first is, when we want to get into a state of momentum, because it is essentially a state of momentum, it is a mindset of momentum, okay, is I want you to think about what is the impact that you actually want to create in the first place? Because I think one of the things that I see right now is that a lot of you guys that are listening into this podcast, you're thinking of the end result, right? So I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he won't mind me, his name is Paul, by the way, and so he was talking about, I want to get like 2,000 or I want to get 3,000 to do this or whatever it is. And I'm like, Paul, what I would like you to do is I want you to don't focus on the numbers, because you're going to put so much pressure on yourself. If you don't hit the numbers, you're going to feel disappointed, and you're using it as a platform to see, okay, if it's successful or not. But what I'm saying to you right now, guys, is I want you to think about what is the long-term and the short-term impact that you want to create. What is it? Whatever it is that you're working on right now, okay? Whether it be writing a book, launching your own podcast like me, whether that be attracting new clients, growing your clients, or whatever it might be, or launching a product, the fundamentals don't change. I want you to think of the impact that whatever it is that you're doing right now, what is the impact that you want to try to create for people? It's super important to get an understanding of that. Secondly, how do you want to make people feel, right? Because essentially, this is not about you. This is about the people that you are speaking to, your prospects, your target market, your niche, whatever you want to call it, right? Is how do you want them to feel based on the experience that you give them, all right? And I really want you to put that in mind, because, again, I think that we get too wrapped up in I suppose, we get too wrapped up in the numbers. We get too wrapped up in, well, I'm going to earn X amount of money, or I'm going to have X amount of leads, or whatever it is. Come away from that, guys, because what you're doing is you're scratching the surface level, right? You're scratching the surface level. You need to go much deeper into the reasons why, how is it that you want to make people feel, essentially? Because if you can understand how the emotions that you want to create for people, then you can essentially think, okay, well, this is the emotions, these are the feelings that I want to give people. Then you can essentially mold whatever it is that you are trying to get out there, or trying to finish, or whatever it might be. Then essentially it will streamline, and it will make things a whole lot more easier. The third one I would probably say is, what value do you bring to the table? So for me, I come from a place of serve, right? So the more that I serve people, the more that I help people like you guys that are listening to the podcast right now, I know that I'm doing my duty, all right? Because I feel that from my perspective, I believe that I have a bigger purpose in life, and that is to genuinely help people, all right? So what is it that you bring to the table in terms of value? What are the benefits, should we say, of bringing to the table, right? The fourth one is serve without expectation. And I talked about this actually with JP actually the other day on his podcast. And he said, the reason I wanted to bring you on here is because you literally just create endless amounts of content, but you have no expectations. And the thing is that if you have if you have an expectation, you become disappointed. All right. And it's the same in relationships. If you're married, by the way, and you have these, you're going to have certain expectations because there's going to be a communication, whatever it is. But if they're generally, in general speaking, especially when it comes to business terms or whatever it might be, but if you have expectations and they have not clearly been communicated, then you're going to be disappointed. So I never have expectations. All right. I just do what I feel is best for you guys. I try to perform at my best. I try to give my best. I bring my A game. That's what I do.